Right, today we're going to be building an indoor grow space just to try and extend the grow season, so we get an earlier season and a later one. So first of all, we're going to need a grow tent. This is an 80 by 80 by 160. Next we're going to need to emulate the sun, so we've got a little light, just a low wattage quantum board type LED. We'll have to generate a little bit of air movement in there, so we just use a really small fan or a desktop fan, that'd be fine. Moving on, we need to be able to control the temperature in there, so we've just got a little controller here which will control this little fan here. You're also going to need a relevant sized piece of ducting that will fit on top of your fan to allow you to direct the hot air whichever way you want outside of your tent. We need a heater for heat. So along with your heater, ideally you'll have a heat controller as well. That'll just stop the radiator constantly being on and generating too much heat. So let's get over there and get it built. So first things first, we're going to get our tent built. You'll notice that I'm building it on top of a sort of foam piece of flooring. This is just going to keep the tent up off of the actual cold floor in the shed. Should just help retain a little bit of heat in there. Then we're going to add our ducting onto our little fan. Just going to use a Jubilee clip, get that fastened nice and tightly, and then we're just going to finish that off with a bit of tape just to hold that in place. And then we're just going to sit the fan on top of the tent with our ducting leading down into the hole at the top, and then just secured with the toggles that are supplied. Then we're just going to hang our light off one of the poles in the roof of the tent. I'm just using a small oil-filled radiator for this, which is perfect for this sort of tent. Just going to use a couple of cable ties, just so we can hang our fan at the height that we need it. And then we can go ahead and start feeding our probes in from both of our controllers. And that is the tent all ready to grow. So that is our grow tent set up. We'll start off here with our fan controller. That's set to our temperature 22 degrees. Probe comes into the tent through the back. Cable connected to our fan up here, which, as we discussed before, is connected to our duct, which then goes into the tent. On this side, we've got our heater controller. That's in there ticking away at the moment, just getting up to the temperature that we want. And we'll go inside. So we've got our light here. We've got a few plants in there already. Got our fan, air movement just above the surface of the plants rather than directly at them. Our heater tucked away in the corner at the back so we don't scorch any of the plants. And then the probes from both of our controllers are both set at the same height as our plants. Give a good reading of what the temperature's like in and around where our plant area is. Right, that's everything set up. That's the plants in there looking happy. If you want to extend your growing season, you want to be able to start way earlier in the year and you want to carry on cropping right through the winter, get yourself a little setup like this.